Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jordan Hardgrave. I'm going to read you a quote about depersonalization realization from a recent meeting that I did on July 13th. This was in one of my group calls in my RISE program. I'm going to read you the verbatim quote, and then I'm going to give a little bit of commentary. This is really, really important for taking the focus off of depersonalization realization and onto what is actually going to get rid of the symptoms. Your symptoms are correct. They're appropriate. Another analogy that I love to use is a car airbag. Every single car has a car airbag in it, but optimistically, it's only going to deploy when there's actually a car accident. And if you get into a car accident and the car airbag deploys, you wouldn't be like, what is this? Wait, I don't understand. No, you'd be like, yeah, this is what the car does whenever there's a crash. The car airbag deploys. But imagine if you were driving down the road and the car airbag was deploying when there was no car accident, okay? You'd be like, well, this is the right thing, just at the wrong time. But you know what a car airbag is, and you know its purpose, okay? And that's the difference with depersonalization realization, is nobody's taught you what its actual purpose is, and that's why you think that the symptoms are the problem. When it comes to depersonalization realization, they are literally the most terrifying thing that you've ever experienced, and you're obsessing over the symptoms and thinking that they are the root issue because of that. But they're literally just like a car airbag. They're designed to separate you. Just like a car airbag's job is to create some distance between you and the windshield to mitigate the impact. If you were being eaten by a lion, there would be a compromise in the brain regions that are responsible for you feeling connected to your body, self, and environment. This would help protect you, okay? I don't want to feel the effects of being eaten by a lion. Anybody here want to feel that, or do you want to be numb and dissociated? You would appreciate, likewise, you would appreciate a car airbag if there was a car accident, okay? You would also appreciate depersonalization realization, feeling detached from your body, detached from the material world, and all the other dissociative symptoms like time feeling distorted, memory fragmentation, that happens whenever you go into the freeze response if there were an actual life-threatening situation. But the problem is twofold. Number one, you're going into this response when there is no danger, so you're not appreciating the symptoms, okay? And I put on there like, you know, you're just trying to eat Taco Bell and you're going into the symptoms. And then number two, you don't even know what the symptoms are, and thus you react and assume that they are the root issue and that they are dangerous. Okay, so it kind of speaks for itself, and I don't want this to be a very long video. Getting education about the scientific purpose of depersonalization realization is really the beginning of recovery. If you have built your whole life around these symptoms and you're sitting all day watching videos about the symptoms, trying to get reassurance about them, trying to understand them, if you're in your head trying to outlogic them or try to understand them or beat them, if you're avoiding things that cause the symptoms and you're constantly researching all this stuff, like, we have to take the focus off the symptoms, and we're only going to do that through understanding what their purpose is. If there was a car airbag that was going off in a car whenever there was no car accident, we shouldn't throw out the car airbag. We should basically fix it so that it only deploys in an appropriate situation, right? Nobody would be like, oh man, the car airbag is the problem. No, the problem is that it's deploying at the wrong time. Right procedure, just the wrong time, okay? And we take it to a mechanic and we'd figure out what's going on. So therein lies the question. Why are you experiencing these symptoms that are designed to mitigate the pain of death whenever you're not dying? Well, it's because your nervous system thinks that you are dying. Your nervous system is so overwhelmed, either because of a singular situation that overwhelmed your ability to cope and put you into the freeze response, caused depersonalization realization to happen, or it was a long history of stress coupled with a few situations, one or two situations. Think of it like a cup overflowing, right? Filling up slowly over time and then overflowing. But either way, your nervous system is completely overwhelmed right now. And most of my clients that I work with, it's been a long time coming. It's kind of been a snowball effect, okay? Kind of like magma building beneath the volcano, and then a situation happened, and then bam, there's the volcanic eruption. That's when your nervous system said, enough is enough. I'm convinced that there is so much stress in this person's body, so much fatigue, so much exhaustion, so much overwhelm, emotion. They must be struggling to fight or flee from a lion. Let's kick in the procedure of the freeze response. Let's compromise the brain regions that are responsible for them feeling connected to their body, self, and environment. Let's make time feel distorted. Let's make them as numb as possible. Not completely numb unless it's the deepest state of the freeze, by the way. Most people have anxiety and panic too whenever they're dealing with freeze symptoms. So you're in fight or flight and the freeze. But nonetheless, let's prepare them to be eaten by the lion. That's what's going on. Your nervous system is doing exactly what it should do for the state that you're in. It's just doing it at the wrong time. And what's primarily happening is because you've had a very painful history, that painful history translated into sensory triggers that are causing you to enter the procedure of fight, flight, freeze response in the body. And every time that this response activates, your body gets more and more efficient at going into this response. That's why time is not fixing this. And that's also why all the stuff that you're trying, positive self-talk, talk therapy, which I'm not against either one of those things. You're trying acceptance techniques, distraction techniques. You're throwing cold plunges at it. You're trying to just hit the gym. You're hitting the sauna. You're doing all of these things, supplements, trying to get rid of this. And it just seems like nothing actually fixes it. And it's because your nervous system is not just in a state of survival. This is not just anxiety. Your nervous system is convinced that you're about to be eaten by a lion. And so for us to get you out of that state, which will indirectly resolve all the appropriate symptoms for that state of survival, we need to do things that convey safety. We need to do things that are designed to show your nervous system that there is no lion. I've had like 6 or 7 clients that I've worked with over the years after I helped them recover. They got a tattoo that said no lion. Don't do that. Tattoos are stupid. I say that as somebody who has all kinds of tattoos. Unless you really think about it. Okay. But anyway, that's what recovery looks like. Using another analogy, you're sitting trying to pick apples off an apple tree whenever we need to be focusing on uprooting the tree. What happens if we were to what happens to the apples if we were to uproot the apple tree? They would die. We dealt with them at the source, at the root, right? And when you do things that communicate safety to your brain, body, and nervous system, that is the equivalent of dealing with the roots of the apple tree. The symptoms of fight, flight, freeze, anxiety, panic, including depersonalization, realization, time distortions. I mean, my clients usually have like a minimum of 10 symptoms usually. But I see 30 symptoms. I see 40. I see all kinds of symptoms that come from a dysregulated nervous system. But that represents the apples. Once we deal with the root, we indirectly deal with the fruit. But again, because the symptoms are so scary, they're so terrifying, and you're afraid that if you don't get rid of this, your life's over. You're never going to be able to accomplish your goals in life. And, maybe you're not married. You're wanting to get married one day and have a family. And you're like, man, these symptoms are going to compromise that. I'm never going to be able to just enjoy the moment again. And I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to lose my mind. And you have all these fears, and you've seen all these terrible, comments online of people that have been suffering for decades. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't want that to be me. And so you think that you're helping yourself by trying to get rid of the symptoms, but you're actually wasting your time, because that's the same as trying to pick apples off an apple tree without dealing with the root. The apple may fall off for a little bit. There are some things that you can do to mitigate the symptoms, depending on the person. But if you pick an apple, even if it's gone temporarily, if you never dealt with the root, it's just going to grow back. And I have people all the time that'll comment and be like, yeah, I've recovered like 5 or 6 times. No. You haven't recovered one time. What you've done is you've temporarily downregulated your nervous system with reassurance or acceptance or something like that. Or you've done the distraction stuff where you get so deep in your head that you lose an awareness of what's happening in your body, which is a war zone. And because of that, you saw a temporary reduction in symptoms. But That's not dealing with the root of the symptoms. We have to go through the process, okay, of dealing with the roots, especially things happening in the body, okay? Also, most people need a lot of co-regulation for this as well. That's somebody giving you hope during the recovery journey, helping pick you back up during the ups and downs of recovery, helping you implement these things into your life. It's very, very important, okay? Especially if you've been in a state of survival for years. Like, it's going to take a while to make a case of safety to your nervous system. But what I tell people, as far as working with me goes, is if you have an hour a day and you have an internet connection and you are really, really hungry to recover, I'm going to make this as easy as humanly possible for you. Okay. Number one, I'm just going to tell you what to do. Okay, I've worked with thousands of people and I have learned what works and what doesn't work. And I've re-recorded my program. I've redone my approach so many times. I haven't had to do it in like the last 2 or 3 years because it's just so dialed in. But I have got this thing down to a science, and you literally just have to show up and apply stuff. Also, there was a meta-analysis that looked at hundreds of studies related to healing the nervous system, and it determined that 45% of what heals the nervous system is co-regulation. Okay, that's building hope. And that's guidance through this process, okay? People heal people, okay? Everybody's looking for a magical technique. When people work with me, they're like, wow, like, I kind of thought that there was like some secret techniques. Guys, there's no secret techniques. I'm telling you, nothing moves the human spirit more than another human, okay? And I've also set up my program to where you get co-regulation from the other members as well, because everybody is there sharing wins, right? We share wins every single day in my program, and people are getting their life back. And also, validating your experience is a big part of co-regulation too, and you get to see people going through this in real time. And you're like, oh man, I thought I was alone with that. So anyway, super, super important. So with that being said, the symptoms, while terrifying, they are biologically correct. Okay, they are biologically correct. They are apples on an apple tree. And the more time that you spend trying to get rid of the symptoms that are biologically correct, you're picking apples off an apple tree. We need to uproot the tree, okay? I've created a free 5 shifts masterclass for you. Link in the first pinned comment as well as the description that will show you the 5 shifts that you need to make to start to deal with those roots. Make sure to like this if it helped you. Subscribe, join this family. And I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day.